It's less about what your actual physicality is in terms of like being able to play sports. It's how can you conduct yourself in a charismatic manner, in a way to rustle her jimmies in a good way. And then you start seeing competency being a really important factor here, as well as your ability to be patient with the process that it takes for guys to mature properly. And so it's really easy to maybe say, hey, I've got a good enough option. Let me cash out before you have done your maturing and before you've established yourself as a proper captain. A lot of guys will just cash out of the marketplace, and then they'll get cleaned out 7 to 10 years later.
For whatever odd reasons.
Sure, whether it's feelings or whether it's, oh, we've just grown apart, or the 7-year itch, or any number of things.
Well, I mean, like him cashing out before he's actually established. Being like the whole thing where I think it was on the list where, goodness.
What's the context you're going for? I might be able to help you out.
Where like he changed his plans for.
Oh, okay, cool. So you were talking about hypergamy where, hey, it doesn't care about whether he changed his plans, his career goals, where he's going to school, or any of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All of those things are really important things
In
to.
which case, you're her girlfriend.
Right. Because you're letting her lead the boat.
Yeah.
Or letting her steer the ship.
You'd be like, we'll just captain together. It's fine. But you never actually got your full accreditation. So you're like these two crappy like Gilligan, okay?
Sure.
It's going to be a great 3-hour tour, isn't it?
Yeah. And so when we talk about the Epiphany phase, once again, we're talking about like from ages 25 to 30, 35-ish. Right in that like late party years to you're getting ready to hit the wall and then a little bit past it.
Yeah, the definite epiphany of, oh my gosh, I'm past my prime. My youth is over. What am I doing with my life?
Sure. It's like, oh, I need to be finding a guy and I need to be having kids. And when I'm going out to the club, the class of 25 is starting to show up and they're a lot hotter than I am.
That is usually how the first idea, the first inkling that they're not it anymore.
They get fewer invites to the yacht clubs and to all these other things.
I think it definitely did come hard for the millennials.
Why do you think that is?
Like the actual younger millennials, not the ones that we're part of.
Sure, but why do you think that is?
Because there was so much emphasis from them making fun of, okay, boomer, kind of thing. And nobody gave a crap about actual Gen X. So, which honestly, we like it that way. And it was always the millennials are the future, and all this. And then all of a sudden, here came Gen Z. And it's like, wait, what? And it's like record scratch. Party's over.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because a lot of times women in this phase will either try to consolidate on an alpha that they've been smashing throughout this time. And even though he's got some character qualities that she doesn't like, she really likes the other things that he brings to the table. And she would try to want to fix him and say, okay, let's get together. I can fix this guy.
Cue the Beauty and the Beast.
Cue the Beauty and the Beast thing. Or she finds a guy that's good enough and thinks that she can improve him over years.
Or if she doesn't, he's at least a meal ticket.
Right. Or at least he's a meal ticket. And then
Don't be Captain Savo. I'm telling you. Why?
Right. If she doesn't have like actual burning desire for you, chances are you're being looked at as a meal ticket. Not consciously, mind you, sometimes not consciously. Other times it's completely unconscious where they're just trying to get the best that they can get without their conscious understanding of the game that's being played.
And then that's where you get stuck in the chore play vortex.
There you go. And so we've got some social conventions that are really obvious in the Epiphany phase. Those are things like, hey, you need to man up and take on your responsibilities. Or it just happened. I don't know, like now I've got a kid.
Tee-hee.
Tee-hee-hee. Or I've grown from my party years. I don't do that anymore. Or I'm different now. So because I'm different now, you shouldn't hold my past against me.
And then when it roles reversed, again, like see previous episode, but like when roles reversed, it's like, oh my gosh, shame comes. And anybody to try and say, wait a minute, we just have to immediately forgive you. Like, and you're just a different person. We just got to take that.
Sure.
Nope. Shame.
We've got to forgive everything. And if you don't, you get hit with fragile ego, right?
Shame.
Which is more shaming language. And the thing is, like, a man is concerned with a woman's past as a woman is generally concerned with a man's future. And so that's a fundamental disconnect that often goes on is, hey, your future with me is not really a thing that is a burden for you. That's my burden to bear so that we can have a great future together.
Especially when that past, you have to feed, clothe, diaper, put a roof over its head.
Oh, you're talking about single moms. Okay.
I mean, those are like the actual, oh, my past shouldn't matter. Oh, I was young and stupid, but I'm different now.
Sure. I'm thinking single moms and like high body counts and stuff like that.
Yeah, high body counts is just like, because that's worse because that's more of a mind game because she's probably thinking about some dude that like, blew her back out real good before. And she's like, he's not as good, but he's fine.
He's fine. She's settling for him.
Or she just book talks out.
She just reads books to satisfy herself instead of actually being satisfied. So I think a lot of things in this epiphany phase comes to like justifying, especially when you're doing the whole, oh, I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. It's like you're broadcasting signals of virtue without actually having the virtue to back it up. Which is the worst. And so they'll say things like, oh, I'm done with bad boys. Which implies that she had a great time with the bad boys in the first place.
I love the tip. Oh, who was? I don't even remember. When I saw this video, it was like, so if you want to know her body count.
Okay, what do you got?
You ask her how many is too many.
Okay.
She will always tell you higher than her own, but close to it.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Because then she gets a pass.
Right, she's writing her own pass. Okay.
Somewhat, probably somewhere, at least in the neighborhood, telling you around where that is. Just telling on herself. It's really interesting because, like, usually any of that shame stuff,
they're telling on themselves.
These hoes be telling on themselves.
And we see that on social media all the time.
Yeah. Because they want to be the snowflake. They want to be, but I'm different. I'm special. Like, I'm not, sure.
And normally when they're pointing, this goes back to when you point at anybody, sure, you're pointing out, but you're pointing 3 fingers back at yourself. And a lot of times you've got people that are projecting their ills when they're pointing at somebody else. So we talked about how they're broadcasting their signals and they say, oh, I'm done with bad boys, or they're ready to settle down.
What do you call the opposite of virtue signaling? Vice signaling?
Vice signaling? Yeah.
I said it first.
Well, there you go. Fair enough.
Vice signaling. I love that. That's good.
And then something that's a real trap for dudes that are more like on the beta side of things is they end up getting with these women that are settling for them, and they'll get their settled best. Where the dudes think that they're good, that the woman is going to give him her best, but she gave her best to the guys that she was betting along the way.
The inheritance.
Right.
She already squandered she's just got this little emergency fund.
And so he's getting settled best, which is kind of like getting sloppy seconds. Is she gave it all away to the guys of her youth, and then now she's just giving you the leftovers.
Dollar Tree and Bic rather than Gillette.
There you go. So a lot of times you'll also see women in this phase of life saying that she loves the man, but she's not in love with the man.
Yes.
And so that's telling of, one, her experience, and it's also telling where he is in her priorities.
That's woman speak for respect.
Or lack thereof in this case.
Yes. Yes.
And then a lot of times women at the epiphany phase, when they're trying to lock down a relationship before the wall, they'll start issuing ultimatums. And usually when you're issuing an ultimatum, that is an indication that you are in a position of weakness. Right?
Especially if you throw that out there and then you just keep like dancing back and forth with it.
Oh, no. I would say that guys, if they're being issued an ultimatum for a relationship, call her bluff.
Call her
Call her
BS.
bluff. Absolutely. Because if she is trying to put an ultimatum, she knows that she's in a position of weakness. And if you succumb to the ultimatum, she will lose respect for you.
Instantly. Like, it's a no-win situation. When those knives come out,
No,
put it right there and go, okay.
the win is calling the bluff. That's the win.
Mm-hmm.
If you accept it or you ignore it, she'll lose respect for you.
It's the same. An ultimatum is like the same thing as like, does this make me look fat? You can't win either way.
Her bluff. If she does look fat in it, let her know gently, if possible. If you're in a long-standing relationship, let her know. So my favorite line is, I'd prefer if you did this instead. That way I can go ahead and say, yeah, that doesn't look good on you. I'd rather see you in this. I'd rather see you out of it. But what? You got something?
I have a better line.
Cool. What do you got?
What would you like me to wear?
Great. I mean, that's a great way to approach it too. But then that involves submission, right? Is you have to be willing to put your decision-making agency in the hands of somebody else. And then at that point, you're not going to have any problems because I've seen you in different outfits. I know what I like to see. Let's do this one. And
But
then
I mean, like,
you're not going to have any problems.
Select stuff together, like clothes in the general wardrobe, and it's like, what do you want?
There you go. Easy game.
Literally, he picked my clothes.
Yeah, it works out. And then we both have a better time as a result of it.
Yeah.
So we talked about the Epiphany Phase, hey, what goes on into it, where women are generally looking at the wall and seeing that, oh, their same-sex competitors are younger and hotter than them, and now they've got to get a chair before the music stops.
Now the race is on.
But now we're going to move on to the security and development phases. So this goes ahead and starts right about when the wall comes in the early 30s. Now, this age will vary depending on, how well a woman keeps herself, because there are some women that maintain themselves really well, and there are some that don't. And it's just a reality of life.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. If you'd like to see more from this podcast, you can go ahead and click here, where the podcast episode is linked in its entirety. If you're new here, you might want to consider subscribing right here. Thanks so much. Make it a great day.